Imagine standing in a lush, prehistoric forest thousands of years ago. You're starving, and you come across a bush heavy with bright red berries. They look delicious, but there's a catch. One handful could nourish you for the day, or kill you within hours. How did early humans figure out what was safe to eat without a single laboratory, nutrition label, or Google search? The short answer is that finding safe food was one of the greatest, deadliest trial and error experiments in history. It cost countless lives over generations, but it also forced humans to develop incredible instincts, techniques, and shared knowledge. Long before humans were intelligent enough to analyze plants, our ancestors relied on biological survival mechanisms hardwired into our DNA through evolution. The first line of defense was taste. Our taste buds didn't evolve to enjoy gourmet meals. They evolved as a survival kit. Sweet tastes signaled calorie-rich carbohydrates, which were safe and valuable energy sources. Salty tastes indicated essential minerals. Bitter tastes, on the other hand, were a red flag. In nature, most plant toxins and poisons taste intensely bitter or sour. Our instinctive disgust for strong bitterness was literally our body saying, "Spit that out immediately." Disgust itself was a life-saving emotion. The smell of rotting meat, mold, or decay triggers instant nausea, preventing us from ingesting deadly bacteria. Beyond taste and smell, early humans relied heavily on observational learning, specifically watching animals. Our ancestors observed what local wildlife ate. If birds, monkeys, or bears ate a specific fruit or root without collapsing, it was a strong signal that it might be safe for humans too. However, this method wasn't foolproof. Animals have vastly different digestive systems. Birds can eat berries that would shut down human kidneys, and goats can digest plants that are lethal to primates. Relying solely on animals caused many fatal mistakes, forcing humans to develop a far more systematic approach. Over thousands of years, early gatherers developed what modern survivalists call the universal edibility test, a slow, cautious protocol for testing unknown plants. Before putting a new plant into their mouth, humans tested it in stages. First, they used smell. They crushed the plant and smelled it. A strong smell of peach, almond, or harsh chemical odor often signaled dangerous toxins like cyanide. Second, skin contact. They rubbed the plant juice on a sensitive patch of skin, like the inner wrist or elbow, and waited hours to check for rashes, burning, or swelling. Third, lip and tongue contact. If the skin showed no reaction, they touched a tiny piece of the plant to their lips, then their tongue, waiting to see if it caused burning, numbness, or a bitter sting. Fourth, a tiny taste. They chewed a tiny fragment, spat it out, and waited. If nothing happened, they swallowed a tiny bite and waited up to 24 hours without eating anything else to monitor for stomach pain, nausea, or dizziness. If they survived all stages without symptoms, the plant was deemed safe. Once early humans discovered safe plants, they faced another massive hurdle. Many nutritious foods are naturally poisonous until they are prepared correctly. Take cassava or tapioca, a root vegetable that feeds hundreds of millions of people today. Raw cassava contains high levels of cyanide. Early South American tribes discovered that if you grate the root, soak it in running water for days, squeeze out the liquid, and cook it over heat, the cyanide evaporates, leaving behind a completely safe, rich food source. The ultimate game changer in human history was the discovery of fire. Cooking didn't just make food taste better. It rendered toxic foods safe. Heat breaks down complex plant toxins, kills deadly parasites in meat, and neutralizes dangerous bacteria. Cooking also softened tough fibers and proteins, making nutrients vastly easier for our stomachs to digest. This burst of easily accessible calories allowed early human brains to grow dramatically larger over generations. So how was all this life-saving information passed down before writing existed? Through culture, storytelling, and tribal memory. For thousands of years, elders passed down detailed oral traditions to the younger generation. They used songs, folklore, and warnings to teach children which plants to pick and which to avoid. Red berries with smooth leaves bring sickness. Dark berries on hairy stems bring strength. Storytelling was a biological survival archive. If a member of the tribe died from eating a strange mushroom, that tragedy was woven into a story that protected the tribe for generations. When agriculture began around 10,000 years ago, humans stopped searching for wild foods and began selectively breeding the safest, most nutritious plants. Wild almonds, for example, used to be filled with deadly cyanide, but early farmers systematically planted seeds only from the rare trees that produced sweet, non-toxic nuts, eventually creating the safe almonds we eat today. Every time you eat an apple, a potato, or a bowl of rice, you are enjoying the benefits of a million-year-old survival guide. You are benefiting from the brave, cautious, and sometimes fatal experiments of thousands of generations of ancestors who tasted the world so that we could survive it. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more mind-blowing mysteries explained.